questions, and this may be a little quick course, but the majority of the meeting is definitely going to be Q&A. So if you guys have any questions pertaining to your own business, you know, I am here to help you. So Q&A will be the majority of this course. But who has heard about our new campaign, Speed Fast Track? 1, 2, 3, 4. Have you guys heard about it? Okay. The bad part about that is that this campaign has already started since June 21st. So you guys are missing out. But the good part about that, it doesn't end till end of September. So September 30th. So you guys still have a chance to get extra money for your, you know, doing what you're already doing. So this is basically our fast track promotion. So it's 3.5 months. It's your chance to increase your rewards from Enagic for spreading the message of true health. And so from June 21st to September 30th, you're going to receive a point count for each direct sale. So who has made a direct sale recently? Since June 21st. Okay, so then you have already accumulated a point for that product, whatever product you sold.
Is that for any product, like the turmeric?
Any product that's listed here,
Okay.
but it has to be a single payment product. So the customer has to have purchased in full, single payment. But there's different resources. So let's say they can finance, you know, through their own bank. You know, there's, you know, different resources for them to finance outside of Enagic, and then they can pay in full purchasing their product with us. Okay, and it's very easy. So there's different point values depending on which product is purchased. I think everyone should have a flyer in case you can't see this far. But let's say, let's use the K8 as an example. So you sell a person directly a K8 machine, they buy it in a single payment, you're gonna get 50 points for that purchase, the sponsor. If you sell another K8, that's an additional 50 points. So you see on the bottom left, 100 points is equal to $100. That's $100 on top of your regular 8-point commission that you're getting for that K8. So let's say that you sell one more K8. That bumps you to 150 points. You're gonna receive $500. On top of that, once you're at that 150 point level, each additional 100 points gives you an additional $300. So let's use an example. You. And please remember, we're using you know, K8s as an example, but you can sell any of these units, and we're also referencing these to single payment. Okay, so you're receiving, let's say this is your starting off. You're receiving how much commission for this K8 single payment? $340, right? And then how much here? $340. And how much here?
$680.
Okay, so this is your regular 8-point commission that you're already receiving for doing what you've been doing. On top of this, during the speed campaign promotion area, you're gonna receive points for these sales as well. So then this was 50 points, 50 points, 50 points.
Okay.
150, so that means you're gonna get an additional $500 towards the end of this promotion.
Love it.
Mm-hmm. Wow. And let's say we're gonna try to boost that monetary value up. So we need an additional 100 points to get an additional $300. So you can sell, purchase silver card, you can sell the SD51 Platinum, the Junior 2, those points are gonna start to accumulate. Can you sell another 3 K8s?
Yes.
Can you?
Absolutely.
Will you?
Yes.
Okay, so let's sell another
We
3
will.
K8s. So that gives you an additional 150, right? So you're gonna add $300 to that. Everyone understand how this speed campaign works? Okay, it's just by making direct sales. You know, get the people that you've already been getting, entice your downline to make those direct sales. This is extra money the company is giving out of, you know, the charity of their hearts to just give to you. And it's money that you guys can definitely just grab. It's there for the taking. So I have an example here. So you can see my example right here. I have the term enroller. So enroller is going to be a new term that I want you guys to start using. So instead of using sponsor or direct sponsor, we're using the term enroller. You guys are enrollers, right? You directly enroll an individual in the company, okay? And the enroller can choose to place a particular sale underneath a sponsor, a downline in their group. That's what most of you guys maybe have been doing in the past, right? Maybe you have referred somebody to the company, but you decide to put them underneath someone of your downline. Has anyone done that? Okay. So you are technically the enroller, and you're placing the new purchaser under a sponsor. Okay. So for this example, the enroller brings in 2 K8s, so they're receiving 100 points. They're getting a bonus of $100. The sponsor makes 1 direct sale, a K8 order. So they only have 50 points. So their award amount is actually $0. So they have to reach that 100 points in order to get that $100 reward. So basically you want to get them to 100 points and above to receive that monetary bonus.
So, Dari?
Yes.
So actually this point goes to the enroller, not to the sponsor. Actually, if I, for instance, if I sell K8, place under John is not going to get any point.
Well, for
Just
that
me.
speed, yeah, correct. For this one, where the sponsor makes the direct sale.
Uh-huh.
Okay, this is assuming that
Okay.
way. But for example, let's use this. Let's say that you have that a case that there's an enroller, there's a sponsor, and there's a new purchaser. So in the event that there is an enroller here, you're deciding where to place the sale underneath the sponsor. You can decide who it is, their ID number, you can decide what rank, as long as it's within your organization. And the reason why is because this is your sale. The sale does not belong to the sponsor. The person that did all the footwork is the enroller, so they decide. So if this is the case during the speed campaign, let's say this purchaser buys a K8 machine, the points from this campaign is actually going to go to the enroller. That was Kuniko's question.
As it should.
Yeah, because he did the work. He brought in the sale.
Plus they're being generous and giving it to the sponsor, $340.
Yeah. If you wanted to, for whatever reason, give those points to the sponsor, then there's no, on the application when we have it revised, only then this person is going to be considered the enroller on the application.
So then the sponsor would receive the person in their downline for promotional aspects as opposed to monetary gain for that example that you just gave.
Well, this is just referring to the for the speed campaign. So in regards to you're asking, like, does this person count like as a sale in their group? Or are they receiving a commission? Is that what you're asking?
Not so much of the commission, because in that example, the commission or
The points for
goes
this
to the
campaign.
enroller, but I'm
Yeah.
saying with the sponsor, does that person count for promotions, building their team to go to the next rank?
Yes, so this sale is going to be added as a group volume sale in their organization.
Understand?
Yeah.
So commission will be the same.
Yes, Yeah, commission is not affected in any way. Yes.
The commission, the sponsor is not gonna get any commission if the sponsor has not brought anyone to Enagic.
So meaning
Oh,
like
they
if
don't
this
have-
person is inactive,
Is that what I'm saying?
2 years inactive,
Or if the sponsor is a new person too, so you
Yeah.
place those, you place 2 new persons in one line. In that case, the sponsor has not brought anyone to the company, right?
correct. They have not
In
made a
that
direct
case-
sale.
In that case, that sponsor is not eligible to receive any commission yet.
Really?
So,
Right.
But you-
so do it require one person first or 3?
Or purchase coupon when you
Oh, purchase.
when you sign up. When the sponsor signs up, that sponsor has to bring someone with you, or that sponsor purchase coupon, and then his status is D1.
So
So just-
that sale doesn't reactivate them?
Right.
Oh, okay.
Because the sale belongs to the
Wow,
enroller.
okay, interesting.
Well, if you are familiar with this business, it's MLM 101, right? If you want to receive commission, you have to bring someone. You start receiving commission without bringing anyone to the company, that's a pyramid scheme. So,
Okay, so on the other hand, because enroller, maintain the status, for the SP status, but even though the sale was placed to the sponsor, if their status is not,
Active,
active, they just get whatever they were supposed to be getting.
yeah,
In some
they're gonna
cases,
get
it's
paid
zero.
accordingly
Okay.
to their active status.
Okay, okay.
So if they made a previous direct sale within 90 days.
And then they're not gonna get SP, correct?
Well, if it's within the 90 days, they would.
Yeah,
I mean, but after 90 days, they're not gonna get SP.
Correct.
Okay.
What if it's 1 year and 11 months?
So they're getting 50%,
Okay,
50%.
got it.
50% of their commission.
Okay, and are they
So,
they're still not
if you
reactivated,
would
are
like
they?
to,
Not till they make a direct sale.
Okay,
maybe you can
all right.
just place that sale directly under you without you being an enroller.
this new special SP, this is to help you build your team, right?
Mhm.
When you're trying to build your team, do you want to support people who are not doing anything?
No?
No.
No.
Of course not.
Usually you want to support people who are working hard, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And so idea is you place someone under the people who are working hard. So that person should be eligible to receive commission anyway.
Exactly.
So
These are just questions that we're gonna be asked probably, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and this
Well,
is
what
the
about
purpose
this? What
of
about
the
that?
meeting. When you
Yeah.
guys have questions, just say them and then we're gonna be able to answer them for you. So this is, different, going off topic of the speed campaign. So this is now, our team building. You might also reference it to a special SP or team building placement. So this is basically our, option that we're giving you guys, that what you guys have already been doing, but now we're putting it on paper. Who is the enroller of this sale? Who is the sponsor? So we have the enroller up top, sponsor right below it, and new distributor. So now, currently, the SP protection is going to the sponsor, right?
Mhm.
So if you put someone in your downline, who's getting the SP protection?
Sponsor.
The sponsor is currently, the previous, how it
Okay.
used to work. How it's gonna work now is that the enroller that brought in the new distributor decided to place it under that sponsor, so the SP protection should be going to the enroller.
Oh.
Nothing is changing in regards to commission amounts, SP amounts. The only thing that is given to the enroller is the SP protection.
And that's from June 20th on?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Going on indefinitely. This is,
Okay, great.
so that's a good question. Does everyone know what SP protection is?
I was just gonna ask. what is
Okay,
that?
so SP protection, that means that you've made a direct sale within the last 90 days, or you could also be actively enrolled in the UConn auto ship, whether it's the DD or the Sigma, that keeps you SP protected,
Okay.
right? In order to get your full commission, including any, special bonus points, you make a direct sale every 90 days or actively enrolled in UConn. So right now, since we have this new enroller, that person is getting that SP protection. So that's going to entice the sponsor, like, oh man, my enroller is putting a lot of sales underneath me, I don't wanna miss out on any commission. So I'm gonna make a direct sale, or I'm gonna enroll in UConn myself, so I get the full commission.
And then this will be going on even after the campaign, right?
Oh, yeah.
This is not just for the campaign.
No.
This is permanent.
This is
Permanent.
completely separate from the campaign.
Yeah, because I have a doctor that's put like 3 people underneath one of the sponsors and isn't got any commission off of them.
Well, there you go. This
Yeah.
is perfect for
Yeah,
him.
perfect.
This is perfect for him. So until the applications are updated, if he just decided to submit an application, he's going to write enroller, his name, and his ID number
Okay, where does
on
that
the
go?
application itself.
Could you explain that example? What does that mean?
Yeah. So John was saying that his downline, a doctor, so we'll just put doctor right here. So he has somebody in his downline, right? So he's considered the enroller. And what's the reason why he's putting sales underneath him, John?
He didn't understand it that well, he's new, and he wanted to help this guy out, so he put him in his one.
Okay, or to kind of help this guy out to
Yeah.
build this line,
Yeah.
essentially, is the reason why someone would put sales underneath their downline. So he's putting this new purchaser here. So this was done before this new enroller information was given. So when this new purchaser came in, the SP protection came to this person. But the doctor was inactive, but he made the sale. So how is that fair that he gets, 0 commission? So now we're changing it. This is how a lot of other, network marketings are working. So the new purchaser, the SP protection should go to the person that brought in the sale. Don't you agree?
Yes.
That's their reward,
Yes.
okay? And this person, if they're inactive, they're inactive. They're not receiving commission. But if I was the enroller, I would tell this person, say, hey, I'm gonna start building underneath you, so, get involved in the UConn auto ship, make a direct sale, build with me. That way you can, get some momentum going on in that leg. Okay?
Hey, Darby,
Is that-
so you said the doctor is the enroller, but John enrolled the doctor, so what is John?
Well, we're referring to this particular sale. John is the upline,
Yeah.
but we're referring to this particular new purchaser. Who brought in this person?
Okay,
From what John said, the doctor did.
okay,
And the doctor decided to put it under someone in his downline.
okay.
Quick question. So let's say I put a sale underneath the sponsor, but the sponsor hasn't made any sale at all. So not even a 1A.
Uh-huh.
So, but then let's just say when the sponsor bought his or her machine, it's been over 90 days. Does that make them inactive and
Well,
not get?
You said that the sponsor never made any sales.
Yeah.
Okay, so then they would receive 0 commission, 8-point commission for this sale.
Isn't it impossible to have a sponsor with no sale? But you have to have at least,
There's the enroller.
don't you have to be a 1A though to be a?
Well, when you first come into the company, you purchased a product, right? But you don't have any sales underneath you.
Right.
So that you're not technically active. There's no sales. But the enroller's deciding to place a sale underneath you. But you haven't yourself made a direct sale yet, so you're inactive.
So even if I put the sale underneath that, they're not gonna get any commission?
They would not receive any commission.
Not even the 1 point?
No.
Oh,
So
I
wouldn't you
thought-
tell them?
Oh.
Make a direct
They
sale.
better get active.
Get
Yeah.
active.
But I thought they're just
Yeah.
missing out on the special points, like the bonus, like let's say SD 501, instead of 285, 235, and then the $50 would be,
No, nothing is changing in how the 8-point is paid out, and we're still paying commission based upon your active status. The only difference is that SP protection. Who is receiving it?
Yeah, I'm confused, cause from what I understand, and correct me if I'm wrong, even if I'm inactive for 2 years and I have a sale, I get whatever my current status is. So wouldn't that be different? Wouldn't that be just the same if I put someone underneath
But who's it's your sale.
No, it's your sale.
So it's my
You're-
sale.
You're the one that did the work, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so unless
So
they.
it's just like placement.
That's
You're
the
just
difference.
This is the
Yeah.
difference.
And then Darla, you can go even 3 levels down and put somebody down, and then you
Yeah.
still get the credit?
Yeah,
Okay.
as long as it's within your organization. It can't be obviously, you know, a different group
And John,
or
when
sideline.
it comes to
So
you,
another-
to receive your shoraking, monthly shoraking, you have to have a direct sale, right?
Mhm.
So you can recruit someone and then place like 10 levels down, it's still your direct sale.
Okay, very good.
Oh, that's, wow.
So you can get that,
That's great.
Yeah.
So another question, so let's say I'm getting 6 points. If it was, my sale, my direct sale, but then I decided to put it under a sponsor, and the sponsor is active at 1A level, so does that mean, yeah, so does that mean, let's say, so I'll be getting.
So let's say this is a K8 purchase. So the sponsor, you're saying, assuming they're active,
Yeah, so they'll get a 1 point.
yeah, they're gonna receive 1 point here, and then you will receive 6 points.
Oh.
Yeah, so the 8-point commission structure, how it pays out is the same. Nothing is changing. So don't get confused about like the points and SP points, nothing. Only thing is that who is receiving the SP protection? Who's gonna get that active status?
It's the enroller.
What if it's like all the way underneath, can we do that? Like,
And
let's say
down-
there's another person underneath that person, and then,
Yeah.
and then
Would
another
you-
one
yeah.
underneath
It's-
that.
As long as
then
it's
I
in the
decide to
organization, right?
release
Yes.
that
And then you may
person.
not
The
get
beauty
any
of this
commission
is
though.
your
Right, if it's
business
under-
and you can
really
structure
below,
it
but-
however you choose
But
It's
to.
really below.
Just be careful, if you place someone out of the 8-point reach, then you're not gonna get 8 points.
Yeah, you lose out on your 8
So who does it go to?
Hmm?
Who does it go to? That person?
Yeah,
upline.
People underneath
if you
you.
place
Divide it
someone
up.
like 8 levels down, that
People
8 point
underneath.
will start from here, so everyone gets 8 points, but by the time it goes, it
The
reaches
points are
you,
gone.
Yeah.
it's run out. You don't have it.
Okay.
But it still stays the same if you have an UConn, account active, you're fine with your SP.
Yes. Yeah. So there, nothing changes. 2 ways to be active. Making a direct sale, so if you're the enroller, you made that direct sale, or being actively enrolled in the UConn, okay? UConn TD or UConn Sigma.
So practically, if I'm protected, my SP is protected by UConn, there's no need for me to actually use this system, right?
Why
I can,
not?
because then I can just place that sale to someone else without me being an enroller, no?
Well,
You don't have to.
it's an option,
It's
yeah.
an option.
It's definitely, it's not, you know, required, but it's an option.
It's not option, but
Yeah.
you know, there's no benefit for me.
If you have UConn
Yeah.
already,
Mm-hmm.
not necessarily, you don't
Right.
have to. You
Okay.
can give that SP protection to someone in your downline, for
Yeah,
example.
yeah, yeah.
It's not really a change, it's just the additions
Mm.
to the existing contract.
More
You
flex.
don't like this idea, new thing? You
No,
don't
no, it's
have
not
to.
like, you know, it's not
You
like,
can
you
keep
know.
doing what you've been
Yeah,
doing.
yeah, yeah, but
Yeah.
like my question was because main purpose is to protect your SP.
Right.
So if I'm on Google.
Well, actually,
Mm.
that and then also when you hit 682-3
Mm.
and above, then
Then
this
it's a different
actually
story,
helps you
yeah.
to get more
Right.
shoration.
Yeah,
So question,
Yes.
so let's say the enroller doctor at the top has, you know, that is his main machine and then he bought a shower unit, right? And that's gonna be enroller doctor number 2.
So this is considered a self-purchase. Is that what you're saying?
Well, no, this is, yeah, so he has his own, yeah. So then let's say, for the 6823
bonus.
purpose, so let's say the person at the top, I mean, the main doctor, right, wants to be the enroller. Can he put his sale, whatever it is, it's the same process still? It works.
I didn't.
So
follow.
basically, let's say the enroller doctor, right, he
Enroller
still have
doctor
his
is
sale.
682-3?
Uh-huh.
Okay, and?
So it still applies, even if the two are the same. The
I have not
enroller,
known.
so see the enroller doctor at the top and the enroller doctor, number 2,
Is a
Why
sponsor.
there are 2 enrollers? There are no 2 enrollers. For one order, there's always one
No,
enroller
what I,
only.
right, no, I'm saying it's the same individual except 2 positions.
Okay.
So this would apply, like, if they
To only
were.
one account. Not two, so like so same person holds 2 accounts.
Yeah.
Right,
And then they bring 1 sales.
Right.
You have to pick which account of yours is gonna be the enroller.
yeah.
You
No,
have to pick.
I guess what I'm saying is that the doctor at the top and the doctor at the bottom, they're considered like 2 different people.
2 different.
Right.
Right.
So, yeah, okay.
So if
it
you
doesn't
have
matter.
charade and then charade number
Yeah, right.
2, and you place a sale underneath
Yes.
charade number 2, you're asking, can this
This
position?
rule applies the same.
Yeah.
Oh, one question. Thought you were raising your hand. One question is, so the person at the top, what do we call them again? The
Enroller.
So the enroller, and he puts it down below, does that number 2 spot take up a point if they are inactive?
Take up a point?
Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna receive the points to, going up, but if they're inactive, they get 0 commission. It does
Right,
count
so
as a
if the
point.
top, normally would, if you put it underneath in the enroller and get 6 points,
Mhm.
but he puts it down below, does that one in the middle take up 1 point so that the top only makes 5?
Yes. Like we said, nothing is changing on how the 8-point commission structure is paying out.
Okay.
Yeah. So they still get paid accordingly to their rank. The commission amount depends on their active status.
I want you to strategically apply this new system. If you're placing new sales under someone, if this person hasn't brought anyone to the company, to this business, then you could talk to him and say, hey, I'm placing someone under you. So either you want to bring someone to this business right now, or you want to place an order of Ukon right now. So this could, if you use it right, you can actually raise the sales of Ukon within your organization. When you do this business, one of the things that you hear all the time is, well, like people who are not so, they're willing to do this business. Why do they not want to do this business? Because they feel that they have to build a team, right? They have to recruit people.
Right.
But the one way to entice these people into this business is you tell them that you're gonna start building a team under him, and you can use that to motivate him, and then but he has to bring new people, or he has to buy Ukon. So just use it wisely. And if you use it wisely, then it's going to help you build a stronger business or bigger sales.
Okay, so we're going to use this, an example, using the Ukon sale. Okay? So the enroller does not have any Ukon. The sponsor does not have Ukon. Oops. And let's say this new person that comes in, new purchaser, purchases Ukon DD. So nothing's changing how everything's working now. So because the enroller and the sponsor are not actively in Ukon, they're not going to receive any commission or SP protection for this sale.
It goes up above the next person who has Ukon?
Yeah, the Ukon payout, yeah. It's a pass up for the Ukon. Okay, but no SP protection, no commission. That's what's going on right now, so everyone should know that. So let's do, let's say someone in their downline has Ukon, and then their Ukon renews, Ukon repeat. Since it's a repeat, it's considered like, your self-purchase. So that SP protection is gonna always go there. that make sense?
So the sponsor has UConn also?
Yes,
Yes.
Okay.
because it's a repeat, so it's renewing that 4-month term or that 1-year term.
So enrollers that,
Yeah, so let's say, the enroller, they have UConn. And then I bring in a downline that has UConn, and then 4 months later, their UConn renews. So even though I got the SP protection for this initial purchase, when it renewed 4 months later, that SP protection goes to this person for renewals. Any questions?
So that hasn't changed?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just kind of reiterating that, you know, with the. So let's do, this one would be a
So
good.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Since I'm new. So in this last sample you shared about the UConn, when it's your renewal, then you could just specify who would you like it under, is that?
No,
what-
renewals always occur directly underneath your UConn position. So
Thank
it's
you
always
for
gonna
sharing.
renew as a 1A underneath you.
Okay.
And it will give you that SP protection because you're renewing it.
Same thing with Sigma.
Yes, same thing with Sigma.
That'll keep you active for the sales, direct sales, right?
Yes, it would.
But if you don't have UConn, then whatever you sell UConn, you don't get any commission.
Correct, yeah. In order to receive UConn commission, you have to be actively enrolled in it. So, we're gonna be updating our application forms, you know, product order forms for machine and UConn. We're gonna be adding, an additional box that says enroller. So, all of you guys now, you have to refer yourself to as enrollers, okay? If you decide to place the sale in your downline, that person is the sponsor. So that term has to be changed in our minds, you know, moving forward. So, the enroller is always gonna be filled out, always. So if the enroller is the same as the sponsor, meaning like you directly brought in somebody, you directly wanna put them underneath you, then you're gonna check off a box that says same as above for the sponsor, okay? And, if there's 2 people, obviously you're putting the enroller, name, ID number, phone number, and then if there's a sponsor you're choosing, then you're putting the sponsor's name, you're putting their ID number, and you're deciding what rank. So maybe you decide, let's say a sponsor is a 4A rank, but you may want to decide to put it in a 2A league because, you know, you can receive the commission. That's perfectly fine. This is your sale, so you decide. Okay? So it doesn't have to be necessarily the rank that that sponsor is.
Question?
Yes.
Now, what if it's a Tokron?
So we can do that. So, we have an FAQ. Any other questions before we, well, let me just go through this. So, every application must have an enroller. The new term enroller is the person currently referred to as sponsor. So enroller and sponsor are the same distributor. The enroller is gonna fill out the enroller information and then check off same as above. Enroller placing an applicant under their downlines. You're gonna fill out two parts like we mentioned. Any questions from this part? So now we're gonna go through a little FAQ. So, let's see if you guys can answer these. So, if the enroller gives the sale to the direct sponsor, will the direct sponsor's status change?
No.
No, because that sale belongs to the enroller, okay? So, will the direct sponsor receive commission for this sale?
If it is within 8 points.
And if they're active, yes.
Right.
Does special SP apply to self-purchase? Like, can you be the buyer, the direct sponsor, and the enroller?
Yeah.
No,
No?
self-purchases would not be
Oh.
applied.
So say it again?
So they're saying like, can you be the enroller, the sponsor, and the purchaser? Yeah, that would work.
We could put it just under one number, it could be all 3, right?
Put it, repeat that again.
If I am the sponsor, the enroller, and everything, I put it under my own number,
You put it under the enroller?
yeah,
Yeah, that's fine.
okay,
You're making a self-purchase.
yeah, so you
But
get all,
using this.
that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
What you're
But
saying
the
is
customer cannot be the same as the, you know.
The enroller and
that's what
sponsor,
it is.
yeah, it can be the same.
Yeah.
So does special SP apply to Ukon DD and Ukon Sigma? So as long as the buyer and sponsor and enroller are different people, this can apply.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah, we'll do an example of this one. So. So does So this is saying, does this apply to Ukon DD? So assuming that this person buys Ukon DD or Ukon Sigma, can we apply this new enroller information to this purchase? So it's yes, as long as these people are different. Remember the previous question, like, can we apply this if if you are the same person for these people? No. So if this is sponsor and this is John, and this is enroller and this is Mr. Arima, then we can do the enroller.
But is it the full pay for the full year, or can it also be for the 4 months?
Yeah, Ukon DD would do the 4 months.
Right, and that still works?
Mm-hmm. So
Okay.
that SP protection is gonna go right here.
Okay.
But, what if, the first line, that first circle is me,
Mm-hmm.
and that second circle is also me? Let's say I have a pay, I have the Ukon, but then I wanna bring in a new purchase. I wanna buy another Ukon,
In
and
your
then
own
I
name.
wanna put it under my second account.
Mm-hmm. So then you wouldn't have two different enroller and sponsor informations on your application. You're just gonna have one enroller information. So this one would just be considered enroller. Yeah, does that make sense? Yeah. So can 1A to 5A distributors participate in this special SP program? So yes, this is applied to everybody. Like Mr. Adima said, it's an option that you guys can use. And can you change the enroller? So let's say you submit an application and you want this person to be sponsor or this person to be enroller, and you change your mind. Unfortunately, you can't change it. If it's the same day, we can change it. But once it's processed in the system, it stays as is, okay? And so going back to Sheree's, can a Tokore distributor be the enroller? So this is an example. So we use the symbol of the triangle to refer as to the Tokore. And they have someone in their downline, and they want to put a sale underneath here. So that SP protection is going to go to the Tokore, but remember per the terms of the Tokore program, they don't receive SP. So they're going to basically get that D1 protection, making a direct sale every 6 months. So that doesn't change. So just because they're an enroller doesn't mean that they're eligible to receive SP. Does everyone know that? Tokores don't receive SP?
Yeah.
What's the topiary?
Tokore is basically an option for distributors to come into the company if they can't afford to purchase the machine in full or finance. They come into this program, and as they sell machines, part of their commission is going to be withheld so they can buy the machine of their own.
That's great.
Yeah, kind of like a layaway program. It's very neat. Yeah. Let's do. Can the enroller bring a Tokore? So that's this. So this new purchaser is a Tokore. So currently, this is not allowed in the system, so they have a buyer here. So the enroller cannot bring a token to place it underneath the sponsor. This is not gonna give them SB protection, the sale.
So you basically cannot have a different enroller and sponsor for a token.
Definitely
You cannot have a different enroller and a
Correct.
sponsor for a sale that came to a token.
Correct. There should be only one enroller listed for that token application.
That was my question.
Will the new sale be added to the enroller's count? So this goes back just to saying, you know, how the structure works, that's not changing. So we're gonna abbreviate it. Let's say that's a 4A leg. So this new purchaser comes in, that SP protection is going to the enroller. But this question is, will the new sale be added to the enroller's sales count? So it will, as long as it falls within its 8 points. So this new sale comes in, the sponsor is getting 4 points because it's in its 4A leg. Depending if it's active or not will depend on the commission figure. And then 4 points, the remainder 4 points goes to the enroller. So yes. If that sale occurs outside of the 8 points, they're not gonna receive commission.
So the enroller, they put a sale down below the sponsor. The sponsor wouldn't make any points, it'd all go up to the enroller?
No, the points get
The
paid the
points stay
same.
the same, yeah.
Nothing is changing of how,
Okay, but
who's
just
getting paid.
but the enroller gets credit for the sale?
He's getting SP protection.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is an example. I'm placing a sale underneath the sponsor in his 4A leg. He's getting 4 points.
Okay.
Assuming that he's active, he's getting the full commission.
Okay.
So, and it also counts as volume for the sponsor.
Yes.
Like, let's say, for example, towards a bonus for 6 days, 2 or whatever.
Yes.
Darlene, when you say, the sponsor is active, let's say it's past 90 days and before or I don't know.
Before
if it's
6
still in
months.
effect, they would get partial.
Correct.
That's
So he
still
would just
staying-
get the base commission.
Right, that's still in place.
Yes. That's not changing. Yeah.
So again, I'm so sorry.
No.
I just wanna make sure.
Fine.
So, let's say, for the 6A2, you need to have a 1 sale per month requirement within your 8 points. So you're saying that even though the enroller is up there, that sale will also count for the,
For your qualifications?
Yeah.
Yes.
that's great.
Any other questions you guys have? Yes, Mike.
So if the enroller puts the sale under the sponsor, is the sponsor still gonna get credit for a sale though, or no? Just the enroller's getting credit for a sale?
Everything's the same except for SP protection.
Yeah, so that sales,
Okay.
if you look at this person's sales report,
Right,
you're
let's
gonna
say
see
they have
4
20
points.
sales, I put a sale underneath them, they would go to 21 sales?
Yes,
Okay, so just the SP protection,
that's, yeah,
okay,
that's all that's changing.
Okay.
Who's getting credit for that SP protection.
thank you.
Yeah, of course. Any other questions?
So basically, if they don't have SP, basically, they don't get paid. That's-
Exactly.
So everything else stays exact, because it's a little.
Yeah, we don't wanna make, I know we're kinda going, through examples, but we don't wanna make this confusing. It's very, very simple.
Okay.
It's just who's getting that SP protection.
Yeah.
It should be the enroller, the person that's
Which
doing the
makes sense.
footwork and bringing in the sale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you renew, it still counts as 1 point?
Yeah, okay, yeah. No changes in that.
Well, they would only get SP anyway if they had UConn or
Make a
if they're
direct sale.
making a sale every 90 days,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
Okay, so.
And then also for the 6, maybe it's like, Sheree already asked,
Yeah.
But that, like, because it's 682 monthly and then quarterly, you have to have like one 8-point sale, right?
Yes,
So enroller get that credit?
correct.
Okay.
As long as their name is listed as enroller,
Enroller,
they
okay.
would get credit for that sale as if it was direct. Any other questions? We can go through like a Q&A portion if you guys have questions. If it's related to the speed campaign or this or any other questions, that's fine too.
So on your example, so the sponsor already is a 4A.
Mhm.
So since I'm the enroller, I can, and I'm just giving away my sale, I can only, if I want that sale to be just a 1A, it can be a 1, right?
Yes.
Yeah. You just
They
need to
definitely
put down
can.
the form.
Mhm. So then the sponsor's gonna get 1 point, and you would still get 4 points because it's in your 4A leg, assuming. And the sponsor may complain and say, hey, I'm a 4A, why am I getting only 1 point, right? But we have to explain who brought in this person, It's your sale, you decide. Yeah, and then that might entice them to be active again, start making sales, so they start getting those 4 points again.
Oh, and then regarding the campaign, that's like really accumulative, right? It's not like per month, the-
Yeah, cumulative from the beginning, June
Beginning
21st
until-
to end of September.
Okay.
Yeah, that's still going on.
By
Alright.
the way,
Yeah.
there is a person who have already earned over $5,000.
Really?
Wow.
Love it.
Wow.
The person that's already accumulated for $5,000 worth of the wow.
Wow.
Yes.
Very cool. Does everyone know, assuming there's 682s, everyone knows how to qualify for your 682 and 682-2 monthly quarterly?
No.
No. And I will explain that right now. Okay. So once you become a 682, you're now eligible to receive monthly and quarterly incentives. So for 682, in order to qualify for your monthly, you have to make 1 8-point sale. Super easy. For your quarterly, you have to make 3 8-point sales. There is a rule to